Hi, everyone. Welcome to Psychic Soul Guidance Directory live show. Say that 3 times really quickly. Good to see you all here. Hope you have been well. I do believe this possibly might be our first live show for the year. So happy New Year, happy Easter, happy everything, and welcome to our first live. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. If we have, I just couldn't remember if we've gone live or not. So that's definitely going to change moving forward. We definitely are going to have a much more regular fortnightly or weekly live shows. Production and I are discussing on moving forward how often we're going to go, but definitely it's going to be more than once a year, put it that way. So say hello if you haven't been here for a while. Of course, the rules are the same. Like and share this page, or like and share this live, and ask your question. So if you are familiar with pretty much most of the Psychic Show live concepts, like and share the page, and post your question in the comments below. We're happy to hear. We've got 2 amazing psychics standing by, Nicole and Stuart, both gifted in their own fields. We'll bring them on very soon individually to talk about themselves and how they work and how they can help you tonight. But let's say hello to who's there. Veronica, good to see you as well. I'm trying to work out what color I should go to, and I still haven't worked it. I think we set on blue. I'm being an indecisive Gemini tonight, even though I'm a Virgo, but I've got Gemini in my moon, so I'm a bit indecisive tonight. I couldn't work out if I wanted to go blue, pink, I don't know. Anyway, not your issue. I just thought I'd share that because why not? Donna, good to see you there as well. Anything around your family is great. Save your questions for when we ask them, but if you are there, do say hello so we know you're there. I'm going to bring on Nicole first and we'll have a bit of a chat. Where's my little button? There we go. Hello.
Hello. How is everyone? How are you?
I'm doing really well. How's your year been so far? Because we haven't really spoken this year much.
No, we haven't. To be brutally honest,
is that a trick question?
It's kind of like, do you want my game face, or do you want my brutal?
Whatever's going to work for you. I think both work. Brutal game face.
It's great, but it's been challenging. I honestly expected this year, to the first half of this year, to be like, just cruising along, and just a good year, and it's just been a lot. a lot. So yeah.
Good lot or bad lot or both?
A bit of both, to be honest. Sometimes a lot of just, oh my God, how am I meant to get everything done? And then you flip to the next week. It's
May.
Oh my God.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah. So
I know you're a Taurus. So have we had a birthday yet, or is it coming up?
It's coming up in a couple of weeks. I'm right on the end of Taurus. So yeah. So I probably do have Gemini traits in there.
Well, happy belated birthday for coming up.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm one of those people that love birthdays. Sorry.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to ask Stuart the same question. I reckon he'll have a different answer. But before we bring him on, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you work as a psychic.
Okay, so as my sign says, I'm animal communicator, but like what Michael said, I'm a psychic medium. So that means I can tap into living and past. I do try to focus on animals. It doesn't mean I'm solely animals. So I tap into the energy and I basically allow what a person or animal wants to show me. So I may see images. I'm mainly clairvoyant. I know other people use all their clairs, and sometimes I hear things. I very rarely taste. So if I taste, it's an important thing that someone wants to pass on to me. But yeah, so I mainly focus on animals. But I honestly do love it sometimes when you get someone standing in front of you, like, tell them this message, because I'm a bit like that myself in life. So so I sort of I'm a mixed bag. Ask me any question and I'll see if I can give you some help.
Okay. So human or animal, you're open to both?
Yeah. Yep. Throw them all to me.
Perfect. All right. Well, we'll bring Stuart on and have a quick chat. If this is there we go. Hello, Stuart. How are you?
Hello. How are you? I'm well. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing really well. How's your year so far been panning out?
Lots of ups and downs. But it's nothing unusual. I'm just trying to move into doing some Reiki as well on a permanent basis. So
Okay.
I'm just sort of stepping my way through that as well.
Is that a new step for you, or something that you're just stepping more into?
I've done my level 1 and 2 last year, so I'm starting to step into it more and more. So I'm just trying to get the nuances, so it seems right. And I mean, I must be hitting the right things because I'm getting good feedback from people that I'm doing Reiki with.
Well, that's a good start. And do you celebrate birthdays? Random question.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, not really. I'm not really one.
That's a no.
No. But on saying that, I am a Scorpio with 8 Scorpio placements in my chart.
Oh, so you must love the attention. What are you talking about? Speaking of that, how do you work as a psychic? And what kind of questions would you like from our viewers tonight?
So the way I work is, depending on the question, depending on the energy, I'll feel into the guides and I'll read from the guides. Otherwise, I'll use my cards. So I've got my nice big thick animal deck here. It depends on the person or the energy or the question. I have a few other sets of cards I need to go to if I need to, but I'm he feels kind of person. So what I hear, what I feel, what I pass on. I am stepping into mediumship, so I'm sort of learning that as well. So it's sort of, I'm doing the progression into the further along with that stuff as well.
Perfect. Yeah, so am I actually. It's yeah, I'm trying to find my feet with it and be, I suppose, more accepting and open to what I'm finding. It's removing that fear of the seeing and the hearing more from spirit and go, you know what, like, that's part of your job kind of thing. I'm still in that, like, I don't know if I want to yet. That's been my biggest hurdle.
But my biggest hurdle is understanding like what they're trying to show me and interpreting it right, because I see things sort of differently sometimes, so they show it my way, and if I try to explain it to people the way I'm seeing it, they may not get it. So I've just sort of got to be able to interpret so they understand what I'm trying to get across to them.
Yeah, of course. So for those that are watching, there's a few of you there in the background. Remember, post your question in the comments below, like and share if you can. Ideally, that would be great for us, so we get more people over to watching us. Hello to Dave. Good to see you there as well. I think there might be a few of you crossing over from my page as well, because I just worked out that I can also share this to my page. So I think there's a few people coming over from there as well. And if you do have a question, please post it in the comments below. That's why we're here. As entertaining as we are, we do want to do some readings as well. Christine, good to see you as well. I know you've definitely come over from my page. So this is a great chance. If you come from my page, for example, I am live later tonight for paid readings. But if you would like a free reading with both Nicole or Stuart, seriously, this is a great opportunity. If you've got pet questions, Nicole is an animal communicator, so there's an advantage there that you may not normally get on a normal sort of show. But I'm going to start with you, Nicole, because I did bring you up first, with Veronica's question. Like and shared, will my nephews from overseas visit me soon as they keep promising?
Isn't that interesting? I actually saw this comment and I was wondering if I was going to get this question. Because as soon as I read this comment, what I was feeling was, I don't know if it's going to be soon. I feel like they've been promising, but it feels like there's been delays and it could be quite financial. But another thing that I'm feeling as soon as I read your comment, or question, I should say, is that, you know, when you go on an airplane and you get pain down your ears, I feel like one of them must suffer from that, because I could feel it as if I was in a plane. And so when they do come, make sure they take precautions, because it's going to be really painful for one of them in particular, and in particular in the right eye. So I do see them coming, but not as quick as what they'd like to, what you'd like to. But I might just pull a card from my modern Oracle card, because I haven't pulled a card from that for a long time. So let me see what I get from that. But I do feel like there is a financial problem. Sorry,
that's what I'm getting.
Yeah, it's like a block. That's probably a better word, don't you think, Stuart?
Yeah.
Block. So it's probably going to.
And I see personally a lot of paperwork. So there's still a lot of paperwork they need to fill out before they can actually do what they need to do.
Yeah, and I don't know how this relates, but it says love and romance. So it could be that they're one of them may have something keeping them from coming. And that may be where the paperwork comes in with passports too, Stuart. So yeah, that's what I'm feeling for that. This last one. Yeah, see, there's a block at the moment. So there you go. They're going to have to figure out another way to do it, and it might take sorry, my geese are in the background carrying on.
I'm like, yeah, okay. Some extra validation there for you.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, so probably a bit between 2 and 6. So that could be February to June next year is what I'm sort of seeing. Sorry for that, but there will be a delay.
I mean, look, that's fine. I mean, and sometimes there are, you can't help these things, and shit happens, as they say.
Exactly.
Life happens.
Life happens.
Great. Stuart, I've got Donna for you. Hello. Is there any messages around me with family, regarding family?
Now, the first thing, while he was reading, the first thing I seen was you need to stop and look around, look at the things that are going on, because there is something you are missing. There is something that you need to look at. And I'm feeling like if you miss it, it could, how do I put this without being harsh? It could be, I'm going to say it could be a negative effect that could linger for quite a bit. That's what I'm feeling. That's what they're showing me. But I'm not sure on which way this is happening, because I'm sort of seeing, like, they're showing me sort of like I'm doing this. So I'm feeling like there's things you need to avoid, but also so make sure there's things that you keep looking out for, because I'm feeling like if you keep your eye out on the things, I wish he'd slow down. I've got a guy who's going like 50 million miles an hour.
There's a lot to get out, obviously.
Yeah. So he's coming back to it. He's showing me that you need to make sure you keep an eye out on things that are going on, because I'm feeling like if you miss it, again, he's coming back to this negative impact. I don't feel like it's something that is really, really bad, but I'm feeling like it's something that's going to linger if you don't, I'm going to say nip it in the bud or try and get on top of it, because once it gets out of control, it's sort of going to be a snowball. Everything's going to affect. It's going to roll. But if you can get out in front of it and stop that roll, it will stop the negative. I'm going to say it will stop the negative effect, or it will slow it down to a point where it's more manageable, because I'm feeling like if it gets out of control, it's going to be one of those ones where it's just going to run down the hill out of control. Now I'm going to pull a couple of cards. Let me. Ooh. Yeah. All right. The first one I got was the pendulum. All right. So when I say this guy to me, he's talking about you making sure you look after you. You need to make sure you're in the best of health, basically, making sure you're looking after you, making sure that everything is right with you, because as long as it's right with you, you'll be able to handle everything that's going on. I've got the flamingo, so when I see the flamingo, it's all about finding balance and finding that fine line where everything is going to fit together, because I'm feeling like at the moment there's a lot of stuff that's being pushed to sort of one side, and you're getting stuck in that rotation, you know, in the whatever it's called. But you keep going around, you keep seeing the same thing. So look for the lesson, because there's something there you need to learn. And when I see the swan, to me, with the swan is making sure that you are looking at things that are going on, but making sure the things that hurt or the things that are hurting you, you give them time to heal, if that makes sense.
Perfect. I love that. And sometimes we do just need the time. You know, sometimes time does heal all. And I think we put such an emphasis on like a deadline. It's like if it takes longer than it needs to, it's because you just need more time. We need to stop putting a deadline to things, because then
the other side don't see things in linear time like we do, so it sort of makes it harder to give timelines. And when I see timelines, I always see them in quarters, so first, middle, end quarter. So that's how I see my timelines. So that's the way I judge my timelines.
Perfect. Nicole, you've got some feedback from Veronica, because that's exactly what I was imagining. I always love your readings because you're spot on. Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's from Veronica. Thank you, Veronica. Now I was going to give you Valerie. Now, Valerie, I know you're still watching. So Valerie's asked if anything comes through for me, animal or human. Now, in regards to animal, would you need more specific information?
Yeah, so with an animal, what I like to do, because the way I can sort of explain, because we've got time to explain, is that like with psychic and medium, you sort of get what comes through. It doesn't mean that you'll get the exact person you want coming through. It'll just be the one who sort of like talks the loudest and needs to deliver the message first. But with animals, for me, it's a little bit different. I tune into the actual animal's energy, and by doing that, I need their name, whether they're a dog, male, female, that sort of thing, and living and dead. And so that, if you imagine it like a radio, you tune into a radio station, and so their station for me is those points. So then if I have that information in your question, then I'll be able to give you a more accurate answer, because I actually find it difficult with animals to just see who comes near me, because they all come near me. I'm like,
yeah, of course. So Valerie, I'm gonna give you another question for now, Nicole. But Valerie, if you do want an animal reading, here we go. So here we go. She just said, Parry, dead male dog.
Oh, so terrible. Sorry.
But there's your detail.
Well, no, that's exactly what I asked for. So I really love that. And actually, can I just say, though, I have to get it off, so I don't know whether it relates to Valerie or Donna. But I was seeing a male, because I know you mentioned male, but I was seeing like a father figure standing next to me, and had something to do with a J name. So I don't know whether that's Donna or Valerie, but I just had to like push that out. Now with Parry, with something going on with the what's this side, left side of his body, because I just needed to do this. I don't know whether I'm shaking my ear, but I feel like, first of all, my ear's really itchy, and I'm feeling quite weak down this side of my body. So I'm wondering if that had something to do with the way he passed, like the weakness. It feels like, honestly, this side of my body, and it feels like everything's being drained out of me. As in, like, I guess validation for him passing. Ooh. And you know what it feels like too? It just comes through, like he comes through as this like force of energy from behind me, as if, you know, it's like I'm saying, I'm coming into your life when you need me the most, but I'm leaving you when you least expect it. That type of feeling coming through. And I'm feeling like I needed help crossing. So I don't know whether there was a decision to make, or even just a mindset to help Parry cross. But that being said, I'm getting this feeling like, I know that you obviously believe in the afterlife because you're here and you're curious about it. Okay, sorry. I dropped my pen. But But it feels like to me that you're questioning, and it feels like to me that what he's saying is that you're questioning whether he's there and who he's with, because what I'm seeing on the other side is more of a female energy with him. And this female has, it looks like to me, short hair. I'm not going to say red, but there's a tinge of sort of orangey in that hair. So maybe you see it in the light, and that's what color hair. And that's who Parry is with. And this person was somehow connected to a cat. And I'm getting this cat had, there must be white on like the foot or something, because that's what I'm getting.
I'm just gonna. Obviously, I'll never interrupt a reading.
No,
so just to be clear, you are reading for Valerie, because Donna's actually responding to some of your descriptions by saying yes, stroke, and she confirmed the J name as. I did see it in the comments, so I'm trying to wonder now who the reading's for, just so before we get too confused. So John was the J name. So Donna said, yes, it's me, John.
Right. Okay, I can explain.
And then she said, yes, stroke.
Oh, then that makes actually sense. Okay, so it feels like to me what we
However,
have
Valerie's now, just before we get too confused, Valerie's now said, yes, I had it, if you know him, as he had cancer and a lot of other things. Yes, he was my mother's, and she was a redhead. So I think you've answered two people's here. Anyway.
They're coming back. Okay, so for everyone's watching, this can sometimes be called a piggyback, where it's kind of like they're piggybacking off each other and coming through at the same time. So think of it this way. It's kind of like in the spirit realm, there's a light, and they're like, oh, I can get in there. So they're just giving me the information. So I feel like interesting about Donna, John, and stroke and J name, because he was, I'll answer that and then I'll go back to Valerie. So just so we get everyone there. Sorry to take over the whole show, but it is my style. So for me, this is sort of more validation too of what Stuart was saying. It feels like John was giving you the message from Stuart, and he was standing there always to my left-hand side for a male, kind of in supporting you, because you know that if you don't get the lesson, and I always hear this song, she'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. It's like, we'll be going around that mountain one more time if we don't learn that damn lesson. And I think that's what you meant, like with the cycle. That's the way I kind of interpret it, I guess. So I'd back up with what Stuart was saying, and I feel like it was coming from John, your dad, who had a stroke, because I fully was as if you saw me. I could start shaking it, like my head. And then I must have switched to Valerie, and that you had to euthanize him, because I actually saw, you know what it felt like to me, and what I saw was a creek crossing. So it's like I had to cross. Oh, your mum used to sing that song every day. Okay, we are really piggybacking here.
She sang that song to her mum every day.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, there's validation for both. So clearly John and your mum and Parry want to come through all together. And that's okay, because I know Donna is a medium. So sometimes it's harder for us to get our own messages. So that's probably why he came through. But for you, Valerie, to get back to you and to Parry and with your mum, but what I'm getting is validation that he is with your mum, validation that you will see Parry again, and hopefully help you alleviate any guilt that you have about euthanasia, because it's a human emotion, guilt, and animals and humans don't understand that when they're on that side. Like, they don't need that emotion, and they have no human feelings about their crossing when they're over there. So if just hearing that your mum and that song gives you validation that Parry is with her, try to use it as a way to release any guilt that you have, and that he is okay, and that he's with your mum, and you're going to see both of them again, and you'll be singing that song one day. So there you go. Tied up in a little bow.
We'll just, so just basically, Valerie was just saying, because we all wrap this one up, is she lived on a mountain, sang it daily, and no guilt.
Okay,
he almost asked me to do it.
Okay, well, there you go. Then validation that your decision was correct, and no, you'll see him again.
Yes. Cool. So thank you for your questions. We are working through the list. So I'm just going to move on to the next reading here. Some really good questions tonight. I'm actually really thankful for everyone's questions tonight. We've got quite a few that have come through. We may not be able to get through to everyone because we do have to wrap up a little bit earlier than normal tonight. But we will do our best. So maybe if we just kind of cap it at 5 minutes of reading. Well, I say 5 minutes, it's probably even an exaggeration, but you know what I'm saying. Who am I drawn to? I've got so many great questions. Stuart, who am I going to pick for you? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm going to give you the lovely Nita. Would love any spirit messages from any family or friends that come through, or anything that you sort of, get from family or friends. Probably a general.
The general thing is, the first thing I got from this was, I see a calendar, I see the calendar off in the distance. So when I see a calendar, to me, it's either a trip or there's some kind of anniversary or something that's important that you must do. And the way I'm seeing it at the moment, it's not this year, it's going to be into the first quarter of next year. And they're telling me make sure that you do it, if that makes sense. And I don't know if you're in the planning, but there is some kind of planning coming up, because they're showing me a book. So when I see books, to me, it's about either research or finding out where you need things that you need to do. So I've pulled a few cards here while I was talking about that one. I got, where am I? Here, just here. Look at that.
Oh, yeah, we can see it. Look at that.
The Kaiba, when I see this guy's all about making sure you find the right people to enjoy life with, because I'm feeling at the moment your circle of friends is beginning to change, and I'm feeling like you need to make sure you bring the right people in to help you move on with the things that are going on. I see the bat. I've got the bat. So when I see the bat, to me, he's always talking about making sure you take time for you and hanging around and making sure that things are done correctly, because I'm feeling like you sometimes do something, do it. I'm going to say half-assed, but not in that way, because that's where they're showing it to me. But you sort of get on and you're moving on to the next one, and you always seem to circle back to complete something. So making sure you complete the stuff that you move forward. These two came out together, so I'm going to read them together. So I got the bluebird and I got the bee. The bee come out first, so the bee is about making sure you work on the things that you need to work on, because I feel like there's some things that you need to work on, making sure that you get a flow, because I don't feel like there is a flow at the moment. But also when I see the bluebird is all about making sure you spread your wing and take that step forward and making sure that you get the things that you want out of life, because I'm feeling like you keep coming up short because you don't take that step in. So out of this deck at the moment, I see the blue-footed booby. So when I see that, that's all about making sure you take the right steps, taking the first step, stepping into the things that you need to do. And I'm also seeing the snake. So when I see the snake is the Tower card in the tarot deck. So when I see that, is making sure if it's not being balanced, it's not being built balanced, or you're not in a balanced way, don't be afraid to kick that floor off and rebuild again. Hopefully that will help.
I like that. A lot of really good information there, actually. A lot of useful information. And Dono has given you feedback, Stuart, by saying, if it's going to show on the screen, thank you. That makes a lot of sense. Spot on. Nicole, I am going to give you Teresa. Her beautiful mouse Bubbles has passed recently. Any messages around Bubbles?
Oh my God, I have a chicken named Bubbles. I love that.
I love that name. I think Bubbles I want to get a dog and call it Bubbles.
Oh my God, you should. All
Make sure it's got a lot of spots.
Ah,
Yeah, true.
That's all right. Is there a little patch on Bubbles' back? I don't know whether it's a light color or just, it feels like there's a different color on her back on the left-hand side. And if it's a no, that's okay. You don't have to like protect my feelings. It's just something I'm seeing on her back of a mouse. So it's not Bubbles and it may be one that you're getting, but I'm just seeing like it kind of like a birthmark type color. But let me see what else I'm getting from Bubbles. Do you know what's important I'm seeing from Bubbles is it coming back to feed time. So I don't know whether you would actually sit and eat with Bubbles, but she's Bubbles is showing me hands and eating as if I'm eating with you. So I don't know if you would, that was a special time for you. Oh, your other mouse Squeak. Okay, there you go. Bubbles and Squeak. Oh my God, that is adorable. Sorry.
I was about to pull that comment up. So I'm glad you can see what's going on.
No,
just taking over this show.
Yeah, sorry. I have a habit of doing that. Of anywhere I go. Okay, so there you go. There's that I guess confirmation that it's your too. But I'm getting just really coming back to feed time. And I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of enjoyment around that. Obviously, we like to eat, and animals love to eat, but it just feels like this was a special time. Like you would watch Bubbles eat, and it comes back to, I don't know whether it was a piece of corn or something like that Bubbles used to enjoy. But I'm feeling like that, just enjoyment. But also, I know I'm doing this a lot, but it's oh, you used to feed. Okay, and did you watch her do that? Because it feels like I'm looking up at you, and like, kind of doing this, kind of like you're having a special moment over food, which is very not what I would have thought for an animal. Okay, yes, there you go. All right, so what else? Bubbles. I'm getting a reference to calm. I know that a lot of the time when we talk about anyone in spirit, it's all about peace, but I'm getting a reference to it being calm. So I don't know if there was a bit of chaos or something in relation to her life, or maybe there was chaos in the home, a lot of movement and a lot of, what's the word? I guess basically sometimes how life can be overwhelming, but I'm getting a reference to that she's quite calm. Like I feel quite calm. I don't know why I'm saying she. I don't know if that's correct, but that's what I'm being led to say. But there's a lot of calmness where Bubbles is at the moment. And I keep hearing I know you said sweet, but I keep hearing the word sweet child. You must treat Bubbles and Squeak as if they're your children. I know they're mice and a lot of people would overlook them, but this is not the case for you. Like you love them as if they're your own children. And do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try something. I've never done this, so bear with me. I've got these cards. These are from Doreen Virtue. Does everyone know Doreen Virtue?
Yes. Yeah, I use that.
There you go. Right. So these are her cards, and these are messages from spirit. So I feel like obviously it's important that you know that Bubbles is, I feel like just here too. I don't know whether you used to hold Bubbles here, but I feel like all of a sudden my ear was getting a bit itchy and I'm feeling Bubbles here. So, oh, you did treat your animals like that. Okay, so I'm going to, this card, I'm not turning it over yet. I'm going to pull another card. I'm going to see if these cards work with animals. I've never used this in this way.
We like improv.
Yeah, like, let's just go with it. So one more card. Oh, this one. So the first one, I had to leave that way. So if you're questioning the way that Bubbles left, that obviously was part of the soul contract. What's this one? Can you see that? If I would have known then what I know now, I would have lived differently. Yeah. So I also feel like this, though, relates to you. So I feel like Bubbles is coming through to say this. No regrets. Just, if you knew the ending, when your time would end, that question, would you want to know how you're going to die or when you're going to die? Like if you knew when you were going to die, you would live differently. So I feel like Bubbles is a representation of that, representation of live how you want to live without, obviously plan for tomorrow, but without the concerns of having regrets and, oh my God, this could fail, because it'll only fail if it's, I don't think it'll fail. Things happen the way they're meant to. So just don't live with regret is what I feel like is coming through for you. So I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to keep it short.
Sure, that's okay. I'll wrap you up. That's my job.
Good.
Stuart, you've got feedback. So Nita, well, thank you. Your reading is so amazing. And yes, I'm planning a trip to Queensland in 2 weeks for my grandson's 18th birthday party. I can also resonate with what you were saying. Many thanks to you for that one. I'm going to give you Lisa, who's one of our directory members. Is there anything I need to know from my family members?
And why am I seeing a stop sign? As soon as you finish that, I seen a stop sign. They're telling me you need to stop. So I don't know what's going on here at the moment, but they're telling me you need to stop. I'm asking for more information, but they just keep telling me you need to stop. So I'm going to leave that one there at the moment. Hopefully the cards might give me some insight. Ooh. Are you looking after yourself properly, Lisa? Because I'm feeling like there's something you're not doing that you should be doing. I'm only saying that because I've got two that have come out together that are pointing in that direction. So I got the sheep. So when I see this guy's talking to me about making sure that you gentle on the things that are going on. Stop being hard on yourself. Things are happening the way they're happening because they need to happen that way. They are trying to teach you a lesson. They are trying to teach you something that you need to see. And I'm feeling like you're doing this at the moment and you're not quite seeing it. So make sure you step back, take that breath and look at what's going on because there's something there that you need to learn. Okay, I got the Kiwi. So when the Kiwi comes out to me, it's making sure you're attuned to the things that are going on. Use your psychic abilities or your intuition to get what you need because I'm feeling like you're pushing them away and you're not being aware of the things that are going on. Making sure that you're aware of the thing. Again, this is coming back to making sure you're aware of things that are going on around you, all right? I got the quail. So when the quail comes out to me, the quail is talking about making sure you're looking after yourself and making sure you find time for refuge for yourself because I'm feeling like you're not finding that refuge or that time away, but also finding the solutions to help you move forward because I'm feeling like there's a lot of open-ended questions that need answers and I'm feeling like you're looking in the right places but just coming up with the wrong information to give you the wrong, it's not giving you the the right direction. I got the seahorse, so when I saw the seahorse, it's telling me you need to let go of what's not serving you because I'm feeling like you're holding on to things that are not serving you at the moment. But I'm feeling like you've got to make sure that you're looking after you. All right. I've got a couple more cards coming off another deck because I'm drawn to pulling off this other deck. So the first one I got was this one, which is acceptance. Accept the things that are going on around you. They can't be changed. It says, I send myself love and compassion. I have faith that it will continue to evolve. But today I'm content exactly where I am. The next one is a curiosity. So when I get this one, it's all about making sure that you're looking at everything that's going on. Don't look at one perspective, but look at many perspectives to give you the idea. You might be able to take a little bit out of here, a little bit out of here, but making sure you can mash them together to make where you want to go, all right? But it says curiosity. I choose curiosity over fear to let my excitement for the unknown and gently guide me forward. And the last one is, I was talking about it before, intuition. All right, use your intuition, making sure you don't second guess your intuition because if you second guess your intuition, you're not going to get what you want. All right, because I'm feeling like there's a lot of second guessing and I'm feeling like if you start doing that, you're going to fall behind a little bit. It says, I pay attention to my intuition. I trust that it is loving wisdom and always leading me on the right path. You are on the right path, but you just keep second guessing yourself. Hopefully that'll help.
Perfect. I love that. Great reading there. I just want to address Jim Tim. Love that name, but I know you're under Nicole here because you said you're using a Facebook's page. You've asked 3 different questions. So I'm just wondering, because this is for Nicole, I'm just wondering which question you want Nicole to answer because one of them was a pet question and now you've asked for a card reading. So before I kind of officially choose you, Nicole, Jim Tim, did you want a reading for your cats or did you want a card reading with Nicole? If you can just quickly let us know what question you want, because you've kind of posted 3 different ones, so I don't know which one to pick. Hopefully Nicole gets back to us quickly. I feel like it's the cat one because I was drawn to that one first, but I've just seen you've just recently asked for a card reading. Which one do you think, Nicole?
Oh,
I'm
I just realized.
Cat.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards the cat too. I mean, but we'll probably just
Go
decide
for
making
one.
it her decide for. But even the cat one wasn't really fully clear. It was her cats. Yeah, I thought so.
Oh, my cat. Yeah.
Um,
See, you must be psychic, you guys.
well, but all she kind of asked was, okay, so yeah, this is the question, but we're going to need more clarity. So she would love a message from her cats, lovely cats. I'm guessing it's Sugar, Cat, and Petter. Now, Nicole, are these in the living or present?
Yeah.
That's probably the next question that Nicole is going to want to know. Are your cats currently? I feel like they probably are in the living,
Yeah.
or maybe they're not.
They may
It
feel
seems more
alive.
present. Yeah,
Mm.
but it's more present tense, like the way it's written.
Mm.
So if you can just quickly confirm, Nicole, if these cats are present or living. Well, that makes sense, doesn't it? If they passed away.
They passed away. Wow, they must be living their best life, I tell you that much. Who was the one that had the attitude? Not that's a strong word.
Me.
The song we would be the best cats, Michael. I would sit on something looking down. Actually, that's probably what one of your cats are doing too, Nicole. Looking down and not judging, but having opinions. And the reason I say this about your cat is, well, one in particular is because the song I do my hair hair toss, check my nails. That
Oh,
song.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I feel like one of those songs relates to one of your cats. It's probably Sugar, but we'll just
look at the screen.
Oh, Sugar. Well, I tell you
must
what.
be psychic, Nicole.
Oh, that is hilarious. Okay, so, well, for me, to come through this strong, first of all, I'm drawn to animals like this. I love them. I love their personalities. It's not attitudes, it's personalities. And for me, do you know what it feels like to me? A reason why Sugar was in your life. And bear with me. But it feels like Sugar was there as a representation of how you needed to be with your life, how you need to look at yourself and feel that fabulous, to be able to have that. It's not attitude that she had, it's personality, to have that assurance about yourself. And it feels like to me that it's kind of like Sugar was everything that you need to be in your life, and that's what Sugar was there to teach you. Because often animals come into our life as a reflection and a mirror of what we need, and sometimes they will get sick for us, and sometimes they will show us what we need. And some animals will have boundary issues, like they're very good at boundaries, cats. And that's because often we need to have more boundaries in our life. So for me, it feels like Sugar was very definite in her wants and needs, and in a sense, it's what either you need to have now as in your life boundaries, and you need to be clear on what you want, and you need to be clear on what you need, and don't take anything less than that. Because it feels like in the past you have. And sorry, I just keep seeing her looking down at other people, and it feels like looking down at other people that have wronged you. So this message is definitely from Sugar. Obviously, this cat loved you, and I feel like would rub on you. I don't know if all cats do that. I honestly don't know. I've only got two, so I don't know. But it feels like this cat loved you and wanted the best for you, and the message for you is to start exhibiting the qualities that Sugar had, because that's what you need in your life. If it's not for now, it's for very near future. You need to be sure of yourself coming up, and that's what you're going to attract in your life, what you're putting out. So I hope that makes sense.
Perfect. I love that name. Sugar. What was the other one? Not Spots. I've already forgotten.
Pep?
Was it Bubbles? Bubbles.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, Bubbles. The mouse. The mouse was Bubbles, and now we've got Sugar. Yes. I'm loving the name. Sorry, I'm a sucker for just corny little pet names. I love them. I actually, if I get a dog, I'm going to call it Skittles.
Oh, I love that name.
Yeah, little Skittles. Anyway, we're gonna Stuart, this will be your last reading for tonight. And then Nicole, you'll get one more as well, depending on our time. But we are going to wrap up in the next 5 minutes because I've got another live to run to. Busy. I'm going to give you Jocelyn because she has said you've read for her in the past and you've been spot on. She just wants to know what's coming for her. So just a general reading, what's coming up in the next few months.
The first one I pulled out was the bat. The bat's telling me you need to make sure you take the time to look after yourself, but I'm feeling like you're starting to do that, or you're going to start doing that, because I'm feeling like you need to make sure you look after yourself. But they're also telling me you need to face, I'm going to say the demon, but it's not a demon. I'm feeling like it's a dark space, so you need to face something in the dark that you're trying to push away, but it's now time to pull it out and deal with it and get it out of you. As soon as you get it off your plate or out of your system, you'll get into a much better place. It doesn't want to come off the table. I got the bald eagle, so when I see him, it's about, to me, these are a powerful animal. And you're giving, I'm going to say you're giving your power for other people to use and not using it for yourself. But I'm feeling like you need to make sure you keep it for yourself. You need to reset your boundaries. You need to be fearless in saying no, because I'm feeling like you say yes too many times and you get bitten on the butt. But it's telling me you need to have that power and reset your boundaries, and you need to make sure you reset your boundaries, because I'm feeling like you have some very weak spots. I'm feeling like there's something like in the background here that's draining your energy. You need to stop that. You need to reset the boundary and stop that. But once you start stopping the energy drain, you'll start feeling better. Again, a little bit of self-care is finding things that you enjoy doing. These things, I don't know, 4 or 5 or 10 minutes that, help you rejuvenate your energy glass, because I'm feeling like you need to rejuvenate your energy glass. I got the whale. So when I see the whale's all about making sure you have everything with great clarity, because I'm feeling like there's not a lot of clarity around you at the moment. There's a lot of half-truths. There's a lot of things that are not falling into place, but I'm feeling like you need to get above that, and you need to make sure that you see what you're looking for, because I'm feeling like it's been hidden quite a bit.
Perfect. We are going to have to start to wrap it up there. I do apologize. So any quick last words?
All right. Okay. I asked things coming off the future. This is the camouflage, but this is all about making sure you're bracing yourself to change, because there is a lot of change coming along, and making sure you're you, and making sure that you enjoy the things that are going on around you. Hopefully that'll help.
Yeah, definitely. Some really good advice there. I actually really love that. And just quickly, Nicole, one last one, because this one I was drawn to. It's a pet one. Obviously, give as much detail as you can in a shorter version. Not to rush you, but we've got a few minutes left. Christine has asked, any messages from her beautiful girl dog, Shia? I never got to say goodbye, and I have not felt her around me for some years.
Okay, I actually saw this question before and thought, oh, I'd like to answer that one. First of all, not saying goodbye. Shia, was it Shia? Your dog got to say goodbye to you. So whether you saw it or not, or whether you feel it or not, you didn't say goodbye to her, but she got to say goodbye to you because she's in spirit. And so the reason why you haven't felt her in years is because you're actually used to her energy. So, when you get used to things and it just becomes easier and you don't really notice it after time, the first time you meet someone and the 10th time you're like, that you're used to their energy. So, but listen for the footsteps is what I'm going to say to you, because she's still around. And it's not that she's never left, because she has, comes here and there. But listen for the footsteps and because you'll start hearing that rather than trying to feel her presence, because she's already in your energy field. So there you go. That's my quick answer.
Oh, I love that. That was quick. And I hope that helps. She used to nudge my hand.
There you go. Feel for that. Try and feel for that.
Stuart, do you have anything coming up? Anything you want to plug?
18th of May, I'm at the Witches Market at Bribery Island. I'm reading up there.
Oh, nice. And do you do private readings if people wanted to
I also
connect with you?
they can connect through my website, midnightbluepsychicreadings.com.au. They can book through there. The calendar is up there. So if they want a private reading, they can get a private reading. Also do distant Reiki now. So if anyone wants some Reiki treatment that they can't get to, I also do that as well.
Perfect. And Nicole, same question. Anything coming up? Just plug away.
Anything happening. Yeah. Well, I don't really go outside much of my, area, like as in home. But I have been booked up until June. So, if you have an urgent request, please message me, but contact me on my, you can get a link from me through the Soul Psychic Directory. I fucked that up.
Directory? Yeah. That's it. And you just, for those that, it's okay. We'll edit it out when we go live. For those that are wondering, do you do both human and pet, or do you just specify in pet readings? Like, can I get a reading from you?
Yeah. For private readings, I just do animals. If you want me to do human, you'll have to bug me. But yeah, I generally just just do animals.
We'll stick to the feline. Perfect. Okay, cool. Yeah, all the details are on our site and Facebook page, so people can definitely reach out to you. And if anyone is watching right now and is interested, because I'm going to plug myself because, hey, I'm hosting and I will, and whatever, they can find me. I am literally going live at 8 o'clock tonight on my page. So if anyone is interested and wants to keep seeing this pretty face, I do put fake tan on for a reason. I am going live on my page. I'm just going to quickly just put the link in the comments below. My page should be active. So Psychic Readings by MJD, the page should be working. For those that are interested, I literally will be live at 8 o'clock straight after here for an hour. I do readings. My readings aren't free though, so it is $15 for a detailed guaranteed reading, but I'm also doing card reveals, pendulums, and we're having a great chat. And I've also got an announcement to make as well during the live show. So for those that are interested and you want to keep your night going, jump on over to my page. We'll keep the party going. But for now, Nicole, Stuart, thank you so much for giving up your time tonight.
Thank you.
And we will see you next time.
See y'all.
Bye.